Hey everybody, Ando the Hut is back again, uh, building a Lego Ideas Seinfeld set. Very excited for this one. My father and I used to watch this show all the time, despite adult situations and language. So, uh, but yeah, so this is the Seinfeld set, full of all sorts of ridiculous Easter eggs and things like that. This looks just like Jerry's apartment, which is crazy. Also, because his apartment, as it's been discovered recently, defies the laws of physics, which is pretty neat. So yeah, so what do we got? We got this is an 18 and plus set. Just because this is a little bit more complicated. Look at all those floorboards, oh lord. So yeah, this is 1,326 pieces, which is a lot less than my last build, the Daily Bugle, which is looking absolutely fantastic behind me. We've been doing some work here in the studio. I can't really turn this, so never mind. I'll show you later. At some point, once the studio is done, we're gonna take everybody on a little tour, just so you can kind of see what all we have going on here in the studio, where the magic happens, and Legos are built. So yeah, I mean the box is pretty standard for Lego Ideas. You can see the set, you can see all the characters and the minifigures, and all that good stuff. And then on the back, you get a little bit more detail. You can see it from a slightly different angle. Kind of zoom in a little bit. I love that we're getting Newman. Looks like we get a Festivus pole. That's great. And then we also get a little a little brick wall stage for Jerry to do some stand up here. So, like I said, I used to love this show as a kid, which is weird, um, given what it's about and things like that. Hopefully, the picture below me isn't too terrifying of Jerry. He did like a weird thing where he went on the Tonight Show and they dressed up like Lego minifigures, and he eats cereal which is made up of Legos. It was very funny. So anyway, get a good sized box here. So let's go ahead and open it up. Get some tape on the bottom here. I always like the boxes that actually are made to open and close. All right, so okay, that isn't too bad. Yeah, I figure for this first bit we'll probably just be building the floor. They let us have some fun. There we go. So number 1, number 2, 3, 4. 5, we got a bag, instructions. Okay. Right. So we'll go ahead and put the box aside. And right to it. Whoa! I don't know what that was. Me destroying everything, probably. Kind of my ammo. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put the Seinfeld box here. Right over my shoulder. Okay. So let's see. The back, we get a great little picture of Jerry doing stand up. It's funny. He actually, they recently were saying that he's never actually said, "What's the deal with blah, 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 blah." Oh, that's cute. And then Newman kind of off to the side. The show about nothing. Cosmo Kramer. His pretzels. These are always interesting. I'll probably read these on my own later. They're usually very funny. Wow, they actually give instructions how the brick separator works. That is nuts. It shows how each and every piece there is supposed to be used. That's incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The monsters are loose. Would you like this open or closed?
You can leave it open. All right. So we may have some kitty friends showing up. All right. Well, for the most part, it's not too bad. So we'll break it up into 4 parts. So today I'm going to go ahead and do bags 1 and 2. So that's set up. It looks like we're going to start with the brick wall. Alright, good sticker sheet. There's a lot of fun things on here. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff there. So we're starting with the brick wall. So let's go ahead and get our bricks out. Always make sure your bags are empty. That is so important. And always make sure there's a garbage can nearby. Brick separator. That's the greatest thing. Got like a little collection over here. Alright, so while we've got the big pieces out, let's go ahead and get them sorted here. We'll also build our Seinfeld with what we have, otherwise he's in the small parts. Alright, so it's so nice to be building with pieces that aren't gray. Alright, so I love my bugle. I do. I really do, but man oh man. So much going on in that set. Alright. So we got our kind of sandy pieces here. 2 white pieces. Got some black pieces. Not too many. We're mostly making floorboards. Gotta bring the chat up just in the unlikely scenario that somebody might be watching. But they're not. So not a big deal. Alright. Okay. Black. 3 gray pieces. A red piece. A blue piece. We get our floorboards. That is browns. Yeah, there we go. So now we can just kind of dump our smaller parts. Let's get a little tray. Small pieces. We get some greens for some reason and some bricks, which we'll be using right away. So go ahead and dump this right up front. Okay. Alright, so now we'll put Jerry together. His hair was over here. So there we go. There's the star of the show, Mr. Seinfeld. Go ahead and set him aside. Ooh. Froze for a second there. Oh, hey, Josh. North Thunder himself watching as I build some Seinfeld. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. It's going to be cool. I like that it's set up like a studio. So, like, there are going to be, like, the lights and the scaffolding and all that. Other than, like, I don't know, Julie Louis-Dreyfus, I think most of the cast are pretty terrible. No, I mean, I don't really have anything specific against Jason Alexander, but Seinfeld himself and Michael Richards obviously are not great. But let's focus on them as characters and very tiny little men. Boop, boop, boop. So that said, that's actually one of the things that I was kind of surprised about, is given, both Jerry and Michael Richards sort of being on the outs with the culture, I guess is the best way to put it. It is a little surprising, given Lego's desire to be a kid-friendly, family-friendly environment. That's actually one of the reasons why we never got like Moe or Barney when they did The Simpsons, just because they didn't feel like it was really in keeping. Alcoholics and bartenders, weren't really in keeping with their perceived image, basically. So I guess I can kind of see that it is what it is. But like I was saying earlier, I've got a lot of very fond memories of watching Seinfeld with my father. He would grill. We had a little Smoky Joe grill, and he would do that, and I'd set the table, and he'd marinate chicken or steaks or sausage or whatever, and then we'd watch Seinfeld, or there was a spell when we would watch Star Trek Next Generation. That was a big one for us. So yeah, so this is just kind of building the little stage so far. Nothing too interesting. Ba-doop, 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 boop, boop. Did you, Josh, were you a big Seinfeld watcher when you were a kid? Right. Oh, we get like real like red bricks. That's great. No, it definitely had its moments. It definitely had some episodes that were very clever. Once they kind of realized that's. I saw a few episodes, but never really connected with it. I could definitely see that. The characters are very polarizing. Sorry, had some cats in here. Yeah, the characters are very polarizing, and they admit they're not great humans, and they really aren't. And I don't know. It's it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but before that. I mean, that is a show that I cannot watch just because I lose all faith in humanity when I watch It's Always Sunny. Not saying it doesn't have funny moments, but yeah, it's a little tough sometimes. So, yeah. I mean, I think Charlie Day is hysterical. Danny DeVito. I mean, that show would not really exist without Danny DeVito. And it's funny too, just because that show is very much a brainchild of Fred Savage, if you can believe it. Riley, my cat's grumbly. Hey, that's just Ivan. It's okay. So Jerry gets a little table, apparently on his. There, that's cute. Little doing some stand up in front of a brick wall. Okay. So my cat is currently complaining underneath my seat. So I'm going to go ahead and close the door. It's cute. She's all curled up underneath me, hiding. All right. So we got that done. So now we are going to begin building the floor. Harley, why are you complaining now? Oh, okay. She liked mad about you, apparently. Takes all kinds, I guess. Alright, so the floor here is going to be very interesting just because there's so much of it. Really? Alright, let me get the big plate. So this goes here. So this is new. They're actually highlighting new, like whatever is new to that panel is highlighted in red. That's interesting. Because it shows you exactly where it goes. Ooh. Nice. So we're doing things a little bit different with the setup too. I've actually got a stand that is holding up my laptop so you can see my face straight on. God, I hate this fluorescent light so much, but really would not be able to see much without it, I'm afraid. Kind of a bummer. All right. All right, so there we go. Okay. So not surprisingly, I'm gonna have it be lifted up a little bit here. Okay, looks like these white pieces overhang a little bit here. They are the entire length of the stage. That's cool. All right, it looks like we've got a couple of. Right, this goes here. Okay. So we got these green pieces here to kind of. My guess is just to sort of enforce it. So. Okay. Yeah, just the foray. Okay. Looks like that's that. So now we get to move all these pieces over. So here we go. So we get this guy, this guy, this guy, and then the big one goes right there. So it's just those four pieces. Yeah? Yeah. Alright, so I'm guessing this is going to be the back half of it. Alright, so there's a little space there. Because we're going to use these two bricks, these two panels, plates. These are plates. I'm trying really hard to kind of like say the lingo correctly. Alright, so that goes there. Plates. We're gonna flip this around. Okay. We're gonna use these three pieces. Okay. So this goes right here. goes right here. That's interesting. Okay. That was there. Looks like that's it. 33. Yep. Okay. Oop, we're still upside down. Okay. So get this guy. Okay. So then this goes here. Okay. Then we get our last green piece. Goes there. Get a 4 that goes there. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Those are our new parts. Flip this back around. And we've got floorboard. A 1x2 plate. A 1x1 stud. And then a blank. Okay. Oh man. Okay, so now we get a whole bunch of floorboards here. So get the first one. Alright, I'm actually going to count these out because I'm nervous about miscounting here. So we need 12 of these flat plates. So there's 4. My cat is looking out the window. It's freaking adorable. Okay. So, Josh, or Jonesy, or anyone else who's watching right now, what were your big sitcom shows that you watched growing up? So I'm trying to remember. I wasn't really big into Friends. I know that's a lot of people's favorites, and I get that. And I watched it. It just wasn't like a. If I missed it, I wasn't the end of the world by any means. Let's see. I need 3 of these. 2 of these. 2 of these. 1 of you. 8 of you. Okay. 1 of you. Okay. Home Improvement, and that was it. Yeah. It was a good one. I would actually really enjoy a home, like a Tool Time Lego set. That would actually be really cool. Dave's World. What was Dave's World? That one is not ringing a bell. Just Shoot Me. Just Shoot Me was a good one. I did enjoy that one. Frasier. Frasier's Apartment would make a good Lego set. Based on Dave Barry's comedy. Who is in Dave's World? I don't know why. That's so rare that like I get so confused. I was actually just watching a video about the cast of Step by Step because that debuted like 31 years ago. I had such a crush on Al Lambert. She was so cute, and she has gotten so funny. Oh, Family Matters, yes. Everybody was required by law to love Urkel. I mean, we're white, you know. Had to happen. I kind of like the way they were doing that. Okay. So. Right. Your first introduction to Patrick Warburton. Oh, he's so good. They kind of hinted that they might do a second set that would include David Putty, which would be fantastic. Because he was always really funny on the show. So, alright, so the third, it's kind of a weird one. I'm being invaded. We're going. Okay. I kind of had a feeling this was going to be a lot of this one is kind of me. Putting floor tiles on here. Alright, and then this one, it's going to be one of the special ones. We get you, a nipple, space, that's Seinfeld, Dave's World. Yeah, I still don't know what that is. Okay. Okay. One moment. Oh, cats. Okay. So, for this we need all you. One of you. One of you. Two of you. 10 of these guys. All right. Was he the main character of Dave's World? Sorry, I'm so behind the eight ball with this. This is not normal for me to not know about something. And I do love Dave Barry. Okay. Right. More floorboarding. Woo! Alright, so we need 9 of these. Which is all there are. Which works out well. Harry Anderson. Okay. This is starting to ring a bell. Six. 9 of these. Ooh, Designing Women. Was that 90s or was that 80s? Because I feel like that is an older one. I remember watching that one with my grandmother. Four. Okay. Yeah, I do remember that one. I liked Night Court a lot. Speaking of Harry Anderson, kind of excited that Melissa Raunch is doing a new version with John Larroquette too. Okay, 88, 93. All right. Wings was totally the 90s. Wings was great. Tony Shalhoub. Hey, Hayden Christian Church. Is Lowell. You gotta love Lowell. All right. I forgot something. Ooh. These two. All right. So we got left here. Looks like to be some black pieces. Oh, interesting. I think that's supposed to be his carpet. That's funny. Thomas Hayden Church and Hayden Christensen. No, they're the same. That's the same person. The guy who played Lowell on Wings. He was also Anakin Skywalker in the prequels. I know that for a fact. No, I'm kidding. Thomas, what did I say? Thomas Hayden Christensen? Hayden, yeah, I don't know. We have a lot of fun here. You know it's not fun. Thomas Hayden Christensen. So I'm guessing this is carpet. All right. There we go. Cool. And now bag number 2 will finish up the floor. So let's go ahead. Up our extra pieces here. Go ahead and grab bag number 2. Hayden Christian Church. Yeah. The Church of Saint Christian. The Church of Sister Christian. Motor and so I'm just gonna pick out the few pieces here that are not floorboards. There are very, very few of them. Floorboards, floorboards, floorboards. And very tiny pieces. All right. Let's do this. All right, we're starting off here. Okay. There. All right, so we get 2 for longer bits. Then we get 6 for 1x4 plates. And 5 of our 1x2s. Perfect. Okay. Dinosaurs? Yes, Dinosaurs was so good. You know, I honestly thought it was claymation for the longest time. I was convinced it was nothing but claymation. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, I see. This is all pretty easy. Must have miscounted. Okay. Get this part settled. Now we're going to do up here, which is 4 of our 1x6 plates, 2 of our 1x2 plates, 2 1x4 plates, 1, 2 of these, and then 2 studs. Perfect. Okay. 2. 4. 1. 2. There we go. Awesome. This is very satisfying. Like, I always find that, like, making, as obnoxious as it can be, like, making floorboards like this on Lego sets is oddly satisfying. Like, the way that they do, like, beds now in Lego, where it's, like, the comforter is, like, just the little, like, 1x1 studs, but, like, making, like, different patterns and stuff. There's something very satisfying about that part of the build. Although we haven't talked about the best sitcom of all time from the 90s, that being Herman's Head. I mean, let's be honest. Herman's Head was the best sitcom of all time. And the fact that, like, we have not had a redo or remake of that in any way, shape, or form is a crime. You never saw Herman's Head. It's got to be on YouTube. It's got to be somewhere. It's just, it was very ahead of its time, and it's also become a bit of a running joke. Just, a one season show. It also had Yeardley Smith. You were not allowed to watch Herman's Head. Okay, all right. It was a little bit on the adulty side, I guess. Because, I mean, he had a frat boy personality, and I mean, it was basically Inside Out, to be honest. Okay. Looks like we're going all the way to the edge here. Saved by the Bell. Yes. It's weird. I never really considered that like a sitcom for some reason, but yeah, absolutely. Personally, I'm a big fan of Zach Morris's Trash. I think it's on like Funny or Die or something like that. Really, it's one of those shows where like you go back and watch it and it's pretty cringy. Oh, Boy Meets World. Topanga. Yep. Yep. I mean, that show actually like got a lot of people their starts. I mean, Adam Scott was the bully. Let's see, the guy from Salute Your Shorts, season 2, he was the other bully, and the guy from My Name Is Earl. I can't think of his name right now, but he played the son of Vader, the professional wrestler Vader, and he ended up coming in for like at least 1 or 2 episodes, I think. Ethan Suplee, yeah. Fortunately, the guy turned out to be a Scientologist along with Jason Lee, which is very unfortunate. Jason Lee is a guy who I've always been a big fan of, but man, it's hard to support somebody in Scientology, I gotta be honest. Okay. Then again, I haven't even seen either of them in anything for a long time. Probably like the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. It's like the last thing I can even remember. Okay. Lots of things going on here. So. Not gonna lie, I am really, really happy for these very subtle red outlines, though. These are saving my bacon. My precious, precious bacon. do the border here, make my life a little easier. Interesting. That's the 2. Oops. Oh, got my first use. This here. I know, it was right. Okay. This is wild. This is a wild part. All right. So those 2 stay blank. Very interesting. It's always weird just to see like these little things here, or like these little, the nipples up here, the dots here. Like these will eventually be very, very important to this build, which is always funny. Just because at this point, no idea why. Okay. 3 1x6s. 2 1x4. 1 Cyclops piece. There we go. 4 1x2s. 1 of these little guys. And 3 of these little guys right there. Okay, so where are we working? Looks like we're working up here. So that goes right there. Get our Cyclops. Okay. 4. Okay. 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 There we go. Oh, an easy one. So what's next? 1 1x6. 4 little ties here. 2 little yellow guys. 1 gray. 2 grays. 7. One of you. I think that's everything. We'll find out. So that was there. Okay. got the one by fours. Ooh. So I guess the question is, what sitcoms would you want to see Lego sets of? I think Home Improvement would be a really fun one, especially if like it was the Home Improvement, uh, like the Tool Time set, where he was like showing off like the man's toilet or like the man's kitchen or something like that. I always enjoyed that. Dinosaur, yeah, yeah. Like I said, I was convinced that show is claymation. Like you could not convince me otherwise. It wasn't until like they brought in like a caveman, and I'm like, what? How are they doing that? That makes no sense. Yeah, the kitchen. Probably do two rooms, like the main room. Remember the one where Robbie got hooked on steroids and like he ended up getting like real spiky? Super random. The random episodes, I remember. Okay. Home stretch. The Wings Terminal. That would be a good one. The cafe. Roy. Little minifigure of Amy Yazbek. Gotta prioritize. Maybe a little plane. All right. Let's do. Okay. All right. Wings Terminal, yeah. Little plane goes along with it. I'll be down with that. Okay. All right. Last little bit. This will not be difficult at all. Pretty much just filling up what we got left here. these two. Okay. And then the last one. Cool. And there we have it. The floor of the Seinfeld set. Alright. So, we're going to call it at that. But, yeah, so far, we're looking pretty good. Can't wait to see how this thing is going to progress. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining. Nice little hour build here. Very, very nice, very relaxing. So yeah, I'll be back probably a little bit later this week to put together some more of this beast. And I hope that you join me. You can always find out a little bit more about when I'm going to be building. If you like and subscribe, I'm on Facebook at Ando's Brick Hut. Also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, obviously. So make like a werewolf and like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.